Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. We are here at OWASP Global AppSec Europe 2026 in Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, we have Andrew, who is the executive director of OWASP and an amazing person who's been doing so much for OWASP. He's been on the OWASP Global Board. There's so much, but I will let him speak about himself.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. I've been involved with OWASP for about 25 years. My anniversary comes up in November. Um, and although I wasn't in the room when OWASP got started, I know who was. So I'm one of the OGs. I owe my entire career to OWASP, and so I'm glad to be able to give back. And I've been lucky enough to be OWASP's longest serving executive director, which I'm very, very, very happy about as well.
Thank you so much for that, Andrew. And there's so much work that you've been putting in to make what OWASP it is today.
Mm.
So we want to know about the direction that OWASP is heading,
Mm-hmm.
what's new,
Mm-hmm.
and what exactly we are planning for the next year.
Oh, well, this year is our 25th anniversary, so a lot of this year is actually focused on celebrating our origins and where we're going. We've got a number of birthday parties, if you like, anniversary parties coming up in September because it is actually September 21. Um, uh, we're actually celebrating it a day later to allow everybody to celebrate it because it actually overlaps with one of the Jewish holidays, one of the very, very important ones. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that everybody can celebrate it. And we've got about, I think it's about 15 or 20 parties worldwide during that month. I'm very happy to announce we've just made a new appointment for an associate executive director who will be looking after the US staff and helping us grow. And so, one of the things that we really do need to do is start focusing on our strategic initiatives. And over the last few months, we've really sort of been focusing on delivering the 25th anniversary. Now it's time to start thinking about fundraising, donations, and getting people to become members. We really need to drive those sorts of programs that we've sort of neglected and just thought they should just carry on by themselves. We need to do better than that. We need to be able to say, this is why you should be a member. And honestly, next year, lifetime membership goes up to $750. And if you want to become a lifetime member, now is the time. It's going to be great. I've been a lifetime member now for the better part of 11 years, and I've paid off my lifetime membership. So please, if you're thinking about becoming a lifetime member, become one. It's fantastic. There's so many benefits.
I agree with you. And especially when you talk about membership, there's something that I really, really adore is the projects.
Mm.
So, what are your plans for the projects? Because I see there's so much work happening in AI and OWASP is doing wonderful. So, what's your take on that?
Yeah, so not only do we have the Gen AI project, which is going from strength to strength to strength, we also have AI Exchange, which is more of a standards-based track. We are um, in the process of being able to announce a collaboration with a large open source foundation. We're not quite there yet. Depending on the publication date of this spotlight, I could tell you who it is, but the reality is it's signed in here, but I'm not. I'm going to keep that a secret and keep that one as an announcement for a little bit later. But that's going to be really important for us because that's part of the Cyber Resilience Act, and we've got to get all of our projects up to scratch for that. So there's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of flurry of because it comes into effect. Part of it comes into effect in September of 26, like in a couple of months, and many European folks go on holidays now. And so we're very short on time. So we're going to figure this one out. But also, AI, this conference, at least, I would say at least a third, I would say, if not half of all the talks had AI content. There wasn't an AI track. Maybe we need one, but then we would have one track and then nothing else in the other tracks. I think it's actually really cool that you can apply AI to all these different disciplines, and that is actually really interesting. I'm actually starting to use AI, every day in my own work. Like for example, our corporate supporters. We have a file, and it's like just a flat YAML file. It's horrible. I just simply export from Claude, from our CRM, who are our current supporters, and tell Claude, tell me who's in there and who's not in there, and I can get that fixed up. And that'll take me 5 minutes, whereas it might have taken me a couple of days in the past. So
Yeah.
AI is really transformative for many knowledge workers, and I was so happy to see so much AI content in our conference this time around.
Lovely. And now, while we talk about projects, we cannot miss the chapters as well. So, what are we have for chapters? Because I see many chapters coming up, and there's so many requests for student chapters.
Yeah. So one of the biggest problems we've got with student chapters is that the majority of them are inactive. What we need to do, and I was talking to one of our vendors in the exhibit hall, we're going to try and actually help student chapters run CTFs and training programs, and maybe do it on behalf of them so they don't have to come up with a program by themselves. Now, obviously, it's the Northern Hemisphere summer, and so they're on break. So even if we manage to get the student chapters created, we won't be able to really get into that until late August, early September anyway. I'm hopeful by then we might have some solutions. But my main goal between now and Vienna next year, like 12 months' time, is to get student chapters active again. Because, yes, we've got a lot of student chapters. We've got over 100 student chapters. But if only 3 or 4 of them are meeting, that's no good. We need them to all meet.
Yeah.
And so part of that is getting the faculty on board. Part of it is making sure that we've got student leadership, that when they know they're going to graduate and become alumni, that they've got a succession plan in place. So many chapters go dormant when someone who's really passionate about OWASP becomes part of the workforce, but they're no longer a student. So we need to figure those things out.
Amazing, and I'm so looking forward to it. And also, probably I'll just nudge you that we can do OWASP chapters all day again and bring in all the chapters.
Well, we are doing a virtual event in September, but it's only for 8 hours, I believe. If you want to do something a little bit later than that, talk to Heather and Lauren, and we can probably get something off the ground.
Very amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Andrew, for joining me today and
No
sharing the
worries.
insights.
And Vandana, thank you so much for all the things you do for OWASP, including the Spotlight series. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.